Admiral, we've talked about this, the idea that we're at this moment in time when we're suffering from literally a heroin epidemic all over the country, including, tragically, in my state of Maine. What is it you need in order to interdict more of those ships? Is it intelligence? Is it ships? Is it manpower? What's the shortfall? I mean, we're spending a lot of time here talking about the threat of ISIS, and in the meantime, we've got this other threat that is killing, in my state, 200 or 300 people a year.
Senator, I think all of the elements that you've identified are critical. It takes the putting together of a comprehensive network to be able to understand the network that is currently moving drugs. But as we've seen, these transnational criminal networks are also capable of moving weapons, bulk cash. They're engaged in human trafficking, and so it is an entity that is a network out there, and we've got to understand that network. We've got to be able to illuminate it and dismantle it, and that's going to take the efforts of the elements of our intelligence community, our law enforcement community, ultimately pieces of our military, not the high-end pieces of the military, frankly, but enough to be able to support that end game of interdiction.
Well, because you are where you are, assuming you're approved at Southcom, you're going to be in the point of this, and to the extent you can tell us what you need, not necessarily in terms of military assets, but comprehensively, because this is a true crisis in this country today, and supply is part of the problem. It's not the whole. Obviously, we need to talk about treatment, prevention, and all of those issues, but supply is part of it. And my understanding is a great deal of this heroin, particularly, is coming up through from south of our borders.
That's correct. My understanding is that all of the heroin that comes into the United States is coming from countries just to the south of our border, and so it's for that reason that if confirmed, I'd absolutely look forward to working with you to try to describe in a compelling manner just exactly what the force elements might be. But I would caution that there will be no single source, single point solution to this problem. If there was, it would have been discovered and implemented a long time ago. As you have pointed out and as we have discussed, the supply reduction is only a piece of the problem. The demand reduction is the part that an equal degree of effort will obviously have to be devoted to. If we can't really make a dent in that demand side, it's akin to having the best bilge pump in the world in your boat, but if you can't repair that hole in the hull by solving the demand side, then the boat's going to sink.
I agree. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.